Good morning students. Now we are going to discussing about the representation of a straight line. So in general, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 represents a straight line. Here a, b, c are the constants and x comma y are the variables. Two variables. Okay. See here, if you want to say ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 represents a straight line, it should follows either of these two conditions. Both of these two are have same meaning. That means here if a square plus b square is not equal to 0 or mod a plus mod b is not equal to 0, the meaning of either of these two conditions is nothing but here either a is not equal to 0 or b is not equal to 0 or both are not equal to 0. That means if a is equal to 0, so if b is not equal to 0, then it is the by plus c. In terms of by plus c, by plus c is a linear equation. Already I told you a linear equation is nothing but a straight line. That means degree is equal to 1. If b is equal to 0, so if b is equal to 0, then a is not equal to 0. Again, it should be in the form of ax plus c is equal to 0. Again, it is a linear equation because degree is 1. If a is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, so very clearly degree is 1. It is also a linear equation. But if a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 0, then it is not a straight line, because a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0 means it is c is equal to 0. C is equal to 0 is a constant. C is a constant. Degree of c is 0. So it is not a straight line. So the meaning of a square plus b square not equal to 0 or mod a plus mod b is not equal to 0 means a and b both should not be 0 at a time. That is the meaning of this one. Okay. Next one. Different forms of a straight lines. Slope point form. Slope point form means if you know the slope of that line and that line passing through any point, then we can find the straight line in this form. That is equation of the straight line passing through a x1 comma y1 and having slope, generally slope is denoted with a small m, is y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. So proof of this one is nothing but, so let us consider this is the straight line and this straight line is passing through a x1 comma y1. Okay. So let us consider, if you want to find out the this line equation, so we have to take any point px comma y. That means px comma y be any point on the required line. So now we are going to finding locus of this point p. Okay, so locus of point p means so on this line we can take infinitely many points. So that point, that total points, collection of those points is nothing but a straight line. So now we are going to finding that straight line means if you take any point px comma y on that line, so the locus of this point is nothing but our required line. Okay, so on the required line, then slope of pa, we know that m is nothing but if you know the two points on this line, then you can say slope. So slope m is equal to, how can you write, y minus y1 by x minus x1. So we can equate to m. So pi is equal to, slope of pi is equal to m. So y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to m. Okay. So now y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, transpose this side. This is nothing but our required line equation. If you know the slope and any point on that line, then the equation of the straight line is nothing but y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. This proof is not important, but for understanding I just give this proof. Okay, so this is very important form. Next one is 2 points form. That means if you know the 2 points on the straight line, then we can give the formula is equation of a line passing through 2 points a x1 comma y1 b x2 comma y2 is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. That means let us consider, so this is the straight line having the points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. These are the 2 points. So let us consider this is the straight line passing through this point x1 comma y1, And if you know the 2 points of that line passing through these 2 points, then we can find out the slope. So what is the slope? Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is nothing but a slope that is denoted with m. So according to above formula, y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Here m is nothing but slope. Slope is nothing but what? Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So y minus y1. So because of it, this is the line passing through a x1 comma y1. So we can say y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Here we can get a, you may have one doubt. That is nothing but, sir, here the line is passing through a x1 comma y1 and b x2 comma y2 also. So why can't you take the line is passing through x2 comma y2? That means in the position of y1 comma x1, why can't you take y2 and x2? We can take, no problem. So this equation also we can say, if you know the 2 points, y minus y2 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x2 also. So anyone you can use. Okay. So in general, if you know the 2 points on that line, then that line equation is nothing but y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. In the place of x1 comma y1, for this y1 and this x1, you can use x2 comma y2 also, no problem. Okay. This is also very important form, 2 points form. This proof is derived by this one only. Okay, first one only. So in the place of m, just you write y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Next one is note equation of x-axis. So equation of x-axis. So if you want to find out the equation of the x-axis in general, so equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Okay, so y is equal to 0 means any point on this x-axis is nothing but some x1 comma 0, because of y coordinate is equal to 0. Okay, if you take x1 comma 0, so that means y coordinate is 0. If you substitute in this one only, y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Slope of x-axis is 0. So 0 into anything is 0, and y1 is equal to 0, because of on the line x-axis any point you can represent as some x1 comma 0 only. So here slope is 0. Already I told you slope of x-axis is 0 and slope of y-axis undefined. Okay, so y minus 0 is equal to 0. So we can say y is equal to 0. Similarly, equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0 according to this one only. So equation of y-axis means any point on y-axis is some 0 comma y1. So here we can say x minus 0. Okay, and here y minus y1 only. So y minus y1 is equal to, here slope is undefined. Any undefined form you can write in the form of 1 by 0. Okay, so that means, so I'm writing here y minus y1 is equal to 1 by 0 into x minus x1, because of slope of y-axis is undefined. Undefined you can write like this. So cross multiplication. So 0 into y minus y1 is equal to 1 into x minus x1. Actually on the y-axis x1 is equal to 0 and y1 is y1 only. So 0 into anything is 0. So 0 is equal to x minus 1 into anything is same thing only. So x minus on y-axis x1 is equal to 0. So x minus 0 is equal to 0. So we can write as x is equal to 0. This is the proof of this one. So equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Next, equation of line parallel to x-axis and passing through x1 comma y1 is y is equal to y1. Very important. Equation of the line parallel to x-axis. You just remember one thing. The equation of the line parallel to x-axis always in the form of some y is equal to k. If that line is passing through some x1 comma y1, just that k is nothing but y1 only. So y is equal to y1. If you want to prove this one, if you substitute here, the equation of the line, see here, the equation of the line parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis means that is in this form. So like this. So on this line, if you take any point, okay, so this is also one of the point, so that is nothing but what, some 0 comma y1, so it is nothing but, so some, and if you, that means if you take the point on y-axis, that will be 0 comma y1, and here all this, in all these points y coordinate is fixed. Okay, so we can say that fixed point is nothing but what is here, that is fixed coordinate is nothing but y coordinate, that is nothing but some y1. Okay, if this line is passing through x1 comma y1, so let us consider this is x1 comma y1. Okay, so what is the formula here? That is y minus y1 is equal to, so the slope of the line which is parallel to x-axis is 0, 0 into x minus x1. Here they given x1 comma y1, the line which is passing through x1 comma y1. So x minus 0 into anything is 0. So y minus y1 is equal to 0. So y is equal to y1. So this is the proof of this one. Similarly, the equation of line parallel to y-axis and passing through x1 comma y1 is similarly same. So for suppose this is the line x-axis and this is y-axis parallel to y-axis. So here the point is some 0 comma x1, sorry, x1 comma 0. Okay, any point on x-axis in the form of x1 comma 0. Same if you take anywhere on this line, x coordinate is fixed and y coordinate is different. So this means, so he is asking to find out the line equation which is parallel to y-axis and passing through x1 comma y1. So this is the x1 comma y1. So if you substitute in this form, y minus y1 is equal to slope of the line which is parallel to y-axis undefined, very clear, 1 by 0 into x minus x1. So this means this 0 transpose this side, 0 into anything is 0. So x minus x1 is equal to 0. So we can say x is equal to x1. This is the proof of that. Okay, all these are very, very important. You just remember. That means equation of the line parallel to y-axis. Any equation which is parallel to y-axis is nothing but in the form of x is equal to some k. If you know the point which lies on that line, that is some x1 comma y1, so that k is nothing but here x coordinate only. So what is here x coordinate? X1. So x is equal to x1. Next one, third one, intercept form. If a line cutting x-axis, intercept form means here we are taking both x-intercept and y-intercept. What is meaning of x-intercept, y-intercept? I will explain. If a line cutting x-axis at a comma 0 and y-axis at b 0 comma b, then here a is called the x-intercept and b is called, the small b is called the y-intercept. Okay, and the equation of that line is nothing but x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. That means here x-intercept and y-intercept. For suppose this is the straight line. If it intersects positive x-axis and y-axis at a comma 0, at b 0 comma b, then the equation is nothing but x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Both are positives. So here this a is nothing but this length. This is the a here. A is nothing but distance from origin to where the x-axis intersects. Okay, so here this b is nothing but distance from origin to where that line intersects y-axis. So here b is y-intercept, a is x-intercept. Very, very important. Okay, and the equation form is nothing but x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. If you know the x-intercept is a, y-intercept is b, in the equation we can say x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. For suppose here a comma b are, if you take always positives, then if the equation intercepts negative x-axis and a positive y-axis, then it will be minus a comma 0 and it will be 0 comma b. Okay, then the equation is nothing but here intercept, x-intercept is here minus a. So we can write x by minus a plus y by b is equal to 1. For suppose the line equation which intersects negative x-axis and negative y-axis, so that those points are nothing but minus a comma 0, 0 comma minus b, then the equation is nothing but x by minus a plus y by minus b is equal to 1. Similarly, if it intersects positive x-axis, negative y-axis, and the points a comma 0, 0 comma minus b, then the equation is x by a plus y by minus b is equal to 1. Because on negative y-axis 0 comma minus b, on negative x-axis minus a comma 0, on positive x-axis a comma 0, okay, and positive y-axis 0 comma b. So according to that one, these are the four forms, intercept forms. Okay, next note. X-intercept of the line parallel to x-axis is not defined, because if you take any line which is parallel to x-axis, this never intersects on x-axis. So x-intercept is not defined. So in similarly, y-intercept of the line parallel to y-axis is not defined, because of the line which is parallel to y-axis never intersects y-axis. Okay, these are parallel only. So that means there is no y-intercept, because this line never intersects on y-axis. Okay, next one. Both x-intercept, y-intercept of the line passing through origin are equal to 0. For suppose any line in this form or in this form. Okay, it is passing through second quadrant and fourth quadrant, or first quadrant and second quadrant. Okay, so the line which are passing through origin, so then both x-intercept and y-intercept both are equal to 0, because of, so distance from origin to intersect on x-axis, that is nothing but on origin only, so distance is 0 only. So similarly for y-intercept also 0. Very clear answer. Next one. Conversion of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 into intercept form. How to convert ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 into intercept form? That means if ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, this is the equation. So conversion means we have to convert in terms of some x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So if you want to make like that, so first you make ax plus by is one side and constant transpose to other side. Then ax plus by is equal to minus c. So to convert is equal to 1, this minus c transpose to denominator of left side, then it becomes to ax by minus c plus by minus c. It comes to both denominators. Okay, ax by minus c plus by minus c is equal to 1. So take the a as like this, that means x by minus c by a. If you transpose again, if you want to simplify, this a goes to numerator only. So this form is nothing but this one only. So we know about this one. Okay, so this a you can write as a denominator of minus c, that means x by minus c by a plus y by this b also you can write as a denominator of for minus c, so we can write as y by minus c by b. Okay, is equal to 1. So it is in the form of some x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. So therefore x-intercept of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is minus c by a, and y-intercept of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is minus c by b. That means whenever if you have some x by a, if it is in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, where a is nothing but x-intercept, b is nothing but y-intercept. In another method also we have, to get the x-intercept, take y is equal to 0. If you take y is equal to 0, this total term becomes to 0. Then ax plus c is equal to 0. That means ax is equal to minus c. Then x is equal to, we can write as minus c by a. So same, that is only x-intercept. Okay. And if you want to get y-intercept, take x is equal to 0. This term becomes to 0. Then by plus c is equal to 0. Then y is equal to minus c by b. So that y is equal to minus c by b is nothing but y-intercept. That is only minus c by b. So any method you can follow.